I am a lover of nature and a fan of photography. I live near a lake where every day I go for a walk and take some pictures. My attention was drawn to the number of birds that live very close to our home, and we're practically unaware of the great variety of species that share habitat with us. One day, I was able to photograph a very rare bird with snake neck shape. I was very impressed and decided to investigate this rare water bird and the species that share its habitat. My name is Hugo Gomez. I am an 11th grade student and this is my project for my BEC class. The sun rises in the Everglades. March is ending and a blue jay picks up branches and mud to build a nest that will hold their progeny. Blue jays are known for their intelligence and complex social systems. Now 4. An old alligator warms out his body with the sun's first rays, showing the scars from 1,000 battles for survival. A softshell, a rare tortoise native to the American Southeast from the species Tranquite, watches as the double's bird dries its feathers after the morning's first dip. The name anhinga comes from the Tupi Indians in Brazil, where it means the devil's bird, or bad spirits of the forest. It can also be known as the water turkey due to the shape of its tail, or snake bird because of its long neck. If we watch them intently, we can see they're black with silvery feathers, eyes surrounded with intense blue and, as the Tupis observe, a snake-like neck. They are very impressive, yet beautiful creatures. The anhinga lives around calm, shallow waters, especially lakes, rivers, and swamps. They prefer areas with isolated trees, banks, or islets, and are thus much less frequent on coastal zones with mangroves. Males are black with silver and white stripes on their backs. Females' head, necks, and chest are light brown instead. These drastic differences in shape and colors between the sexes of the same species are called sexual dimorphism. They are relatively big species. Both sexes can measure up between 29 and 37 inches, with a wingspan of 42 inches. Anhingas swim with their bodies submerged and neck out of the water, and contrary to the most other aquatic birds, their feathers are not watertight. This seeming disadvantage allows them to use the weight of the wet feathers to sink easily and stealthily and stalk fish, while other birds chase after their prey instead. This is also why they need to dry their feathers under the sun after every hunt. Their diet consists of small and medium-sized fish and limited amount of crustaceans and invertebrates. The anhinga may reproduce year-round in most areas, while only at certain times in others. They lay their nests in small groups or colonies together with other aquatic birds like ibis, cormorants, and herons. The male picks the place and starts building the nest before having a mate. They then perform this type of exhibition, a sexual dance, flapping their wings, raising their tails and bowing to the female, to show her he's ready. Once the female accepts, she then finishes building the nest with the materials collected by the male. Generally, they lay 3 to 5 eggs, green to blue in color. Both parents incubate the eggs and both feed the chicks as well. The chicks sprout feathers around 6 weeks, though their parents care for them at least 2 more weeks afterwards. They can swim well before they can fly and like to jump in the water very early on, which results in them not being able to climb back to the nest sometimes. They reach sexual maturity after 2 years. We recorded these chicks over a month-and-a-half period, and saw them grow ever bigger and get their feathers. Interestingly, the male always stays with the chicks while the female hunts to feed them. Even though we waited many hours and braved the bites of many insects, we were not able to witness the mother feeding the chicks. One of those times, an alligator got very close to us. I hope it was just curiosity. With the passage of time, the chicks well fed by their parents have grown, and now it's time to lose the old feathers to be replaced by those that will accompany them for the rest of their lives. In truth, they are birds with lots of character. And though they are very wary of humans, sometimes they allow us to come close enough to capture their magnificent details, even if they are always observing us cautiously. This project has made me realize the privilege we enjoy by sharing our Florida home with so many species, which in fact is a responsibility. All these animals depend on the Everglades for their survival, a place of great ecological importance. It was declared Biosphere International Reserve in 1976, Mankind's Heritage in 1979 and Swamplands of International Importance in 1987. This system is so vast, it's the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles live side by side. We also have countless other animals like manatees, deer, pumas and many birds, including our anhinga. It's the one of America's most important ecological systems and, sadly, one of the most damaged ones. The Everglades is, as a system, on the list of endangered mankind's heritage places since 2010. What can we do? We're part of a chain that is in equilibrium, every link fitting to perfection. All that amazing diversity can disappear very quickly if we don't fight to keep the balance. There are already species that are dying, which we will never get to see. The word Everglades could be translated as eternal swamps, and I would like to think this as a signal for the future. A future where we will manage to keep the Everglades and all of its plants and animals alive. That way, future generations will be able to explore the Everglades like I did, and listen to the call of the dove bird.